My name's Coila Lafleur, and I work for ExxonMobil Technical Computing Company at our refinery here in Baton Rouge. I majored in information systems, and so that's a degree program. It's in the College of Business at most schools, and you figure out, what is the way that you go from I have an idea to I have a piece of software. And they teach you all about that. They teach you about databases, they teach you about networking, they teach you about, software development. So, if you want to be a game developer, that's the kind of degree you might have. So most people that do what I do have an information systems degree. But there are also a lot of people who have two other degrees. So computer engineers also are qualified to do my job. That's a discipline that's in the College of Engineering at most schools. It's very closely related to electrical engineering from what I'm told. I don't know, I don't have that degree. So computer engineering, you learn a little bit more detail about the technical elements and less about the process through which you would develop a piece of software. And then there's computer science. Computer science, at some schools, it's in the science department, and in some it's in the engineering department. But computer science, you learn a lot of different programming languages. You learn about the roots of computing and, how do you build something? How do you take, start from a blank page and build a piece of software? So computer engineering and computer science are a little more technical. Information systems is a little bit more managerial process on what's the methodology that we use to build software. So those are the 3 degree programs that most people who do my job have one of those 3 degrees. So I mentioned that I work for ExxonMobil Technical Computing Company, and I don't work for our refinery. I happen to sit here in our refinery. My job is very interesting. I support our projects division. So when we go out and we build big new plants or new platforms in the ocean, I am the digital or IT support for that. And mostly what I do as an enterprise architect is digital strategies. So digital strategies are when you sit down with a company, let's say our global projects company, and they have certain goals that they want to achieve. And some of the ways that they can achieve those goals is by making new products or, selling something or something like that. And sometimes those goals can be met by having better digital technology. So software, apps, better network, better cellular phones, different types of, IT stuff like that. So what I do is I sit down, I interview people, I try to understand what their goals are and what they're trying to achieve, and then see how we can bring in some digital component to help them achieve those goals. So it's all about achieving the goals. And, our major goal as a company is to deliver energy to the world and continue to do that because the world has a lot of demand for energy. But ExxonMobil does that in a variety of ways. So there's always some new initiative, some way we're trying to figure out how can we continue to meet that goal of delivering energy. And so I just try to match up digital opportunities with that. The other major part of my job, once we figure out what are the digital components that we need. So let's say we need a new piece of software, a mobile app on an iPhone to track, maintenance work. What I'll do is bring together a bunch of people that understand software, who understand network devices like Wi-Fi and cellular and other network means. I'll bring together people that understand data. And what we'll do is create a blueprint for that software. So just like a building architect designs a building and has to know a little bit about plumbing, a little bit about electrical, a little bit about construction, I have to know a little bit of all those different pieces because when I'm done with my work with other people, we have a literal blueprint for how are we going to build this piece of software. So that's the other major part of my job is once we have a strategy and we understand what opportunities we need to pursue, I help make sure that thing gets built according to certain standards. There are standards we have to adhere to. In that role, I get to do so many different things. So it might be one day I'm working with our engineering team who design all of these plants and they need a place to put all of their engineering designs. So I'll be looking out on the market, that meaning like Google search and see if there's some engineering data tool that we can bring in. The next day, I might be contacted by somebody working on a project in the North Sea. That's over by Norway to see, they have They want to be able to explore the characteristics of the ocean floor, and they need a piece of software to do some evaluation of the ocean floor and the equipment that we want to put into it. So those are two very different objectives. And the thing that's wonderful about my job is over my 21 years, I've built a little bit of experience in different areas so that now anytime somebody comes to me with this random problem, I at least have a core set of skills to know how to figure out how to solve their problem with digital. So that's mostly what I do.